Right now, you're watching TCB ENTS. Keep it locked.
Just crept up on the feet. Roughneck, who my nigga, you should do your research. I've been in a lab ratting for my peep. Toes in abundance, call it goodwill hunting. They didn't believe little old me could've took off. Now the kitchen's looking like a cook-off. I do this without the love that you share. Now let me show you all that I care. One video every 2 weeks for a 6-month stretch. Or more time, man, this life I have you trapped in. So I was told to live your dream until it's real life.
Lampshades on the green grass, greener on the other side. Season's getting meaner on the other side. Heart full, cup fulls, new days late.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
My name is Rax. I make hip-hop, grime, whatever you want to call it. Just make urban UK music. But I try to make it different by being honest to my own experiences and being true to the person that I am and make sure I depict it as well as I can. Probably a lot of artists will say they do the exact same thing as that, but you know, just like how you got into those artists, you had to probably listen to them the first time, find something you like. So, you know, for you to truly respect what I just said and, you know, giving you honest experiences, it will take for you to channel and tune into it and you know, listen to it at that capacity. So, yeah.
Okay. So what made you start writing lyrics in the first place?
Starting writing lyrics, I used to write poetry in school.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people started that way. And I wrote a poem in year 4, and my teacher thought it was proper sick. And you know, you as a kid, just laughing, and you're like, why did you think this is so good? I just wrote down what was in my head.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it's really, really good. And there was a book that got published called Fly, Fly Away.
Okay.
And like, it was across all of the UK, they picked some good poems from schools, and it got published in the book.
Well done, man.
And I was like, hold on a minute, like they believing in me before I believe in myself. So started as that, and then my uncle was like, you know, that was a good poem, maybe you should try and rap. So then he sat me down and wrote a real whack-ass rap, like American accent, the whole charade,
everyone starts like that.
The whole thing, fam. But you know, it got me into finding my more creative side. So yeah, since then I've always rapped and haven't really thought about stopping.
That's the way, you gotta keep going on your dream though, man.
Yeah, man, 100%, bro.
So what would you say is that your biggest achievement so far? Like you mentioned the poem, so I'm sure that'll be one of them, but anything else?
I think my biggest achievement so far is, as a man and as a musician, I think doing what you say is a very undervalued part of any business. You know, just being that dependable, that you're doing exactly what you was gonna say. And I said I was gonna drop one video every 2 weeks for 6 months with a project called TBCP, and I was gonna shoot the videos and I was gonna record the songs and I was gonna dedicate my whole life to 6 months to this music, and I did. Okay. And off the back of that, you know what I'm trying to say, like, you can't really even explain the type of opportunity that brings to you. It brings me video opportunities, it brings me music opportunities, it brings me friends, it brings me peers, it brings people to understand what's happening and hear a little bit more, and there's not a price on that. So I feel like that was when the dream came a little bit like a reality.
Yeah, so what would you say like is the easiest and like the hardest part of what you do?
The easiest part of making music is making music. Yep. Because that's what you started doing. You was making the music and you was just articulating yourself. I think the hardest part is not necessarily finding relevance, because it's not finding relevance. Whatever you think is relevant to you, exactly. and someone else is relevant to them, and it's about finding those people. But I think it's more to do with originality, making sure when you make the music, can you sit and listen and say, you see that guy, that's me. You know what I'm trying to say? That's who I am. Like, no matter what mood I'm in, no matter how stressful or beautiful life has been, I could be in a beautiful situation and I listen to my stressful song, I'm still proud of what I said, how I felt. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think, you know, sticking to what you think is real is probably not the hardest part, but you know, there's a lot of misguiding, and a lot of people are doing a lot of things, and you know, you can watch, man, and you can pay attention to things, but while you're doing that, you're wasting time. So
it's true. That's the way to keep.
So yeah, I think that's the music is a big industry with a lot of smoke and mirrors, and a lot of beautiful things are true, and a lot of things that we wish were true aren't true, and it's just about, you know, we came into the music industry as an individual,
True.
And just make sure you remain true to that individual all the way through. So
that's true, because when the camera shut down, innit,
bruv,
the rental car goes, the models go away.
Forget it. You gotta be happy with what you had before it all kicked off. So I'm happy, true, and that's the hardest part sometimes, making sure you're content and you're counting your blessings. So
okay. So what advice would you give like to up and upcoming rappers then?
Kind of what I just said. I would. Let me question and answer for you. I would give advice to anyone that was up and coming, because I'm up and coming, so really I can't give you advice. But
okay, the ones who ain't where you are then.
Oh, okay, should we start that again?
Yeah.
Any advice for someone aiming to get into, you know, rap, or maybe insecure, you're not sure where you fit in, just do it. Just like anything else, don't sleep, wait for a time. You know, once you start, you understand where you can grow from. But, you know, all this hypothetical talking and wasting people's time and wasting your own time, you just gotta believe in it and do it, and maybe read a book while you're doing it to give you some inspiration. That's probably what I'd say. Reading helped me engage a lot more with the the components of music. So
I think that's people forget that. There's
a lot
of studying you need to do.
Yeah, it's all good having a conversation when you're around a table of people who's read the books, but until you go home and you read it and you really found that thing that stuck with you, whatever the quote is then you're just regurgitating other people's information. So I think, you know, being a source of your own information and finding whatever's true to you is what helps. So be true, be honest. I've been untrue in the past, you know what I'm trying to say? I've been lost, you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sit here on this chair and say, bruv, come on, you get me?
But you gotta
fuck up to know, sorry, can I swear? Yeah, you gotta fuck up to know who you are. And you gotta make hella mistakes to know where you can go, and you need to know all of these things, because when you're in a position that's going to make you what you want to be, you need to know your weaknesses and your strengths.
You learn from your mistakes, innit?
You learn from them, you grow from them. Well, hopefully you learn from them. Some people trip up on the same mistake they were 5 years ago. So
true.
Yeah, man.
So well, let's see, what would be your dream collaboration, dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Dream collaboration.
You can pick two.
Dead or alive. I can pick what, 2 artists?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Andre 3000, but I don't know how that one would work. I don't know if you remember what I said on that song, because he's too sick. But no, Andre 3000, yeah. No, Outkast.
Okay.
Outkast featuring Rax, that's one.
Alright.
And Dead or Alive, Joe Scott, bruv.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say Outkast and Joe Scott.
Okay, that's a good combination.
Big influence, and I'd probably be the most humble I've ever been in that studio, you know what I mean? Just looking around. But yeah, no, that would be my 2 good collaborations.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
5 years from now, hopefully I'm still sticking to the same ethos and philosophy that I am, you know, keeping it 100%, keeping it true to myself and the people around me, you know, still releasing music that the people enjoy, can, you know, listen to. But I just want to have a good life, you know what I'm trying to say? All of this stuff, it gets a bit too serious, it gets a bit too like, where do you want to be in 5 years? You got to have a plan, believe I've got a plan. But for me to say, yeah, this is where I'm going to be in 5 years, forget that. I'm never going to do that. I'm always going to be, you know,
well, I know you have
calm, relaxed, you know, just playing the cards the right way. And
you have to take one day at a time.
One day at a time, you know, I'm humbled by every compliment or any listen or any spin. But if I get 100 views, 100 people have listened to me, and that's 100 people less than I spoke to today. So,
exactly.
Yeah, man, just consistently, as long as I'm exerting my creativity, I'll be a happy person. But we're aiming for some big things.
Yeah, I heard that. So finally, where can people contact you at?
Twitter, YouTube. You know, it's 2016. You can contact me in the places you dwell very deep in your phone. Twitter, Instagram, all RAX official, RAX official, Snapchat pops. There's a lot of exclusive things that happen on my Snapchat, and I don't really promote it, so it's just for my core.
Okay.
You know, the people that really fuck with me, they'll be on my Snapchat like, oh shit, that's a new RAX song, but no one ain't heard it. I won't put it on my Twitter. But yeah, so you can find me on all socials. It's at RAX official, RAX official. Probably slap it right there. And yeah, you can engage with everything. Follow that Snapchat though, cause you might get a few exclusive drops.
Okay, man. Thank you for your time, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you coming down. Thank you for listening to this stuff and taking your time to see, man. I appreciate that.
No problem, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
kind of style I like to make. The second mixtape, I think I've just taken that and gone a bit further. I've taken tracks where I didn't on the first mixtape, so different kind of genres.
That's good.
Yeah.
How's that been?
Yeah, that's been good. Like, the reception for that's been dope. It's just circulating that at the moment, doing its thing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people feeling it and that. So yeah, the feedback's been dope, man.
Yeah,
I'm really happy with it.
Good track, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So make sure you check out our blog www.tcbents.com and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.